Jennifer, it's good to see you. Thanks for being here.
Thank you for having me, Natasha.
Jennifer, we are looking at just a mountain of evidence in this case, and now information on the couple's financial trouble. So investigators say that Eric actually changed his own life insurance policy and will because he feared his wife was going to kill him. In your mind, does this clearly speak to possible motive?
Yes, and not only possible motive, the evidence really keeps mounting. Recently, there was a party held after the alleged sale of their house, which they had arguments about. And I think that also ties into the motive. This was largely financial.
You know, as we mentioned, our NewsNation affiliate in Utah actually sat down with the now accused killer weeks before her arrest when she was promoting that new children's book that she published on grief. Now, one of the interviewers spoke with our Dan Abrams about what happened after the interview. Let's listen quickly.
An email comes into the station that's totally anonymous, but it says, you know, she killed her husband. We all kind of looked at that, didn't think much of it at the time. We get a lot of crazy emails at times. Then a couple of days later, I got a personal message to my Facebook from an account that I don't know, you couldn't really see who it was, but it said, you need to investigate her. She's a suspect in her husband's murder. So at this time, we're starting to think, what is going on? But didn't know anything until everyone found out when this went public on Monday.
So some viewers apparently suspected Kouri had something to do with her husband's death. Why do you think it took a full year for investigators to make an arrest here?
Well, there is so much to be done in a situation like this. You're looking at fentanyl, which some people actually use fentanyl, certainly not in 5 times the dosage to kill somebody, but they had a lot of investigation to do. I'm sure they're also peeling back the layers of the digital evidence as well, even though we don't see that very specifically defined in the affidavit. Also interviews to do, obviously waiting on the toxicology, which always takes longer than the autopsy. So it took a while for investigators, but I think they have their woman.
I mean, talk a little bit about this. How unusual would it be for someone who actually committed this crime to do a book tour about the grief that she and her family are experiencing?
Well, it would seem this is so premeditated and thought out. And I don't doubt in one bit that perhaps this book was even part of her plan from early on. Remember, we have other attempts on his life, and now this attempt. And the fact that everything was just so well planned, she had a source for the fentanyl. She had, very specific way she put it in a Moscow Mule for him to drink. I just feel like this woman had everything well planned out, and so much was money oriented.
And we're talking about the mounting evidence against Kouri Richins right now. We know investigators say she did purchase the fentanyl pills. She also deleted messages from her phone the night of the murder, the alleged murder. What will her defense likely look like? How does one explain this away?
It's going to be difficult, but they're going to take each little element and just try to find an ulterior reason why she would have had fentanyl. Maybe she had an injury, or she, I believe, told the drug dealer at first it was for back pain, and that she really didn't realize the amount of dosage that Moscow Mule was really made for her, but her husband took it and drank it. They will find ways to meander around the evidence to point away from her.
And Richins, meanwhile, she sits behind bars after publishing that book in March. With all of this happening in the background, is she still making money off of the death of her husband through this book?
Well, I'm so happy to see that Amazon removed the book. I would believe that other distributors have also removed that book. There is no way she should be making money or profiting from this book, considering all the facts we know and the facts she is charged.
If Eric was suspicious enough, as the prosecution is trying to say, that his wife might kill him, that he did make those changes, cutting her out of the life insurance policy, et cetera, why would he accept a drink from her? I mean, is that typical behavior from someone who fears for their life?
Well, fears for their life or concern that she could be doing this. I think the good nature of most people, they don't want to believe the woman they were married to for 9 years and had children with could possibly really do this. And so, again, people doubt themselves and doubt their intuition. And I just believe he let his guard down that night. This was right before Valentine's Day, and unfortunately took that lethal cocktail.
Okay, Kouri Richins' next court date will be on May 19th. I know you'll be tracking that with us. Jennifer Coffindaffer, thank you as always. Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.